Okay, this is the beginning of the tour, and I'm going to start with the Bible, which is my natural landscaping book. This is where I've gotten a lot of the ideas for my yard. When we bought this bought this house in 2001, the first thing I did was clear out all the plants in the back that weren't natives, and then I went on a trek to local woodlands to find similar plants, what plants were living in the area, what native plants were living in the area. The idea is we have a woodland garden here. We're trying to take you back to what this land would have looked like, what kind of plants and animals, the community of plants and animals that would have been here in before Europeans arrived in the 1500s. So we, of course, wouldn't have been this little path here, but you know, some human intrusions. There's the fence that goes out to the side. This is a little stepping stone path. First plants that we see here are the maple leaf viburnums. That's Viburnum acerifolium. Some of them are blooming, some of them are still buds. It's a pretty flower. You'll see this a lot in the woods near our house, right over in Prospect Hill. This is a little winding garden path that I made. Over here you'll see Pennsylvania sedge. This is a not a grass, it's a sedge, and it grows in the woodlands. You'll see that in a lot of the eastern Massachusetts woodlands. We've got a little area here you can sit on the tree stumps. Over here we have a lot of this is wild sarsaparilla, which is Aurelia nudicalis. The wild sarsaparilla flowers are underneath the leaves, and they're mostly past blooming now, but still, this one still has a few flowers on it, and it spreads all over the place. You'll see this in the woods. Back there we've got some black huckleberry, that's Gailusacea baccata. Right here is Vaccinium corymbosum, the high bush blueberry. You'll see that the blueberries are starting to, there's lots of blueberries on here, but they're still green. And the birds love these. This blueberry tree, bush is getting nice and big. Got some more black huckleberry over here. Another blueberry, high bush blueberry. This one's not quite as far along. In fact, it still has a couple of flowers on it. They're at slightly different blooming. Ooh, we got some good pollinators here. Let's check this out. He's a big guy. There's another blueberry. In the middle there we have serviceberry, which is Amelanchier canadensis. The serviceberries are going to be coming up pretty soon. They're already starting to turn pink. They turn kind of a reddish purple when they're fully ripe. I think I saw some birds in here the other day, already starting to eat these. Over here we have a mix of things. We have some this is wreath goldenrod here, which blooms in October, Solidago caesia, and then you have something called bottle brush grass, which is Elymus hystrix, that blooms in July. And then down here you have these little things. This is world loosestrife, Lysimachia quadrifolia, which will bloom in another few weeks. A lot of what you're seeing also on the ground here is the two most common vines that you will see in Massachusetts woodlands are Virginia creeper, Parthenocissus quinquifolia, and poison ivy. And poison ivy is one of the banes of our existence here. Comes back every year. It is a native plant, so I do have mixed feelings about it, but it also is annoying to get infected, to get the rash, and so I try to eradicate it whenever I can. This old barbecue was here when we moved in. We've never used it, but it's nice. The Virginia creeper will take over if you let it. These are an interesting plant called red baneberry. And the name is escaping me at the moment. The Latin name. These berries will turn bright lipstick red or fire engine red in a couple of weeks. This is a black locust tree that we had cut down. It was starting to rot. Black locust is not native to New England. It's native to southeastern United States. So I didn't feel too bad about getting rid of it. The two biggest trees in our yard are the two white oaks, Quercus alba. Those are wonderful sources of food for caterpillars, great places for the birds. Over here we have arrowwood viburnum. This is a cousin of the maple leaf viburnum. They call it arrowwood because apparently the indigenous people used to use the stems are so straight that they could use them for arrows. These are just starting to bloom. Very similar flower to the maple leaf viburnum. Down here you see a sedge. I don't know the species name of the sedge, but there's a sedge that's blooming down here. They've got these little bunchy, little unusual flowers. Over here we have something called bush honeysuckle, Lonicera sempervirens. We've got another interesting pollinator just flew away. These have little yellow flowers that come out later in the year, probably in June or July. I think I'll stop now, and it's getting a bit long. I will do a part 2.